Hi there, welcome to the next Flyboy. I do apologise for the lack of videos. I have been flying, but I'll be honest, I've just lost the interest in the camera a little bit. I've just been enjoying flying without a camera. I haven't done an awful lot, but I've had a few little flights here on the Isle of Wight, and had a good one yesterday. It's a little cross country. But today is a really interesting day because it's very high pressure here. You can see we're on Bryston, very hot. It feels at least 25 degrees, if not hotter. But there's some really nice clouds over to the north. And as I drove here, I could see some really nice clouds over the town called Newport, which is in the middle of the Isle of Wight. And there is a nice breeze, but there's a northerly wind higher up, so the difficulty is getting from here to the good air over to the north. And as you know, in the sea breeze is not conducive for thermals. It's a stable air mass, and it hinders any thermals and convection because of the stability of the cold sea air. It's not cold, but it's colder and you know, just stable. But there's a couple of people up, someone's been flying, so we'll have a go at the very least, get my feet off the ground, which is just awesome. So let's see what's going on Takeoff. Here we are on Takeoff. It's Will over there, Paul and Dave getting ready, but it's very, very high pressure here. Marcin's gone down, but over on the mainland the clouds are still absolutely epic, and not just the mainland, but here over Newport and even before Newport you can see these clouds are just looking amazing, but it's getting to them. So we're in such stable air here. Well, we'll have a try, see what happens. Right, well I've got a little bit of height. There's some seagulls just that have been helping me, so I'm going back to try and get a bit higher, and maybe we can go cross country. But I'm only 900 feet above sea level at the moment. The seagulls are just in front. I don't know if you can see them. So I've just followed these seagulls over to here at Motterston. Come on, lift. It's a bit bumpy and horrible, but there's something there. But it's really strange. The lift is kind of bumpy and strange. I guess because it's sea breeze. It doesn't feel nice. So I think we'll head back and see if we can get something over here. Don't feel too happy over there. I'm a bit low now, so see if we can get back. Seagull over there. Let's aim for him. Come on. I'm dropping out the sky now. I need to get something. Come on, Mr. Seagull, where are you? There they are. Ah, where's the thermal? There it is. Let's get ready to turn. I'm going to turn left. Oh, shoot, I've flown out of that. Flew out of it. So just trying to get back into it. Turn, turn, turn. Not strong. Not strong at all. It's only 0.6 up, but at least it's a thermal. And I've dropped out of it. I've flown out to here because there's some seagulls underneath, but I'm waiting for the climb. Just feels very bumpy here, but not really any lift so far. Yeah, it's like a zero. Yeah, not really good enough to stay here. Still struggling to get any sort of height. There's Martin and Will flying as well, but the highest I've been is 900 and something feet. So I'm not doing particularly well. So Will and I are both quite low on the ridge here. And there's a thermal. Turn, 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 turn. Quick. I'm having to really work hard just to keep the wing to turn, because she's not turning easily in the sink, obviously, when you're just outside the thermal. So what's happening is that Will's got one as well. Half of the turn will tend to be in sinky air, like there, and it's a struggle to sort of get any height. Okay, so now I'm really low again. I keep on doing videos where I'm going very low, so I apologise about that, but sometimes it can be helpful for people. That wasn't really good enough to turn in that. I'm going to just carry on. I need something a bit better. Nearly there. Okay, let's put a turn in. The thing is, you lose height on the turn. Martin and Will have done well because they've top landed, and I haven't. I'm still bush kicking. Height there. So we're back up. So yeah, it's to be honest, I'm not really enjoying this. The air's not particularly nice, so I'm going to make a landing. It's clearly not cross-country weather. The air is just too stable, and the thermals that there are just not strong enough. So this is my little landing spot. We're not allowed to take off here, but we are allowed to land here, which is a bit closer for me to get to my van. There we are. So safely down, and just move over to the edge. It's actually a shame we can't take off from here, because it's a great little takeoff. Save walking up the top. Right, well, I'll just bring it down. What a shame. It's just not, there's not much wind, is there? But it's just thermal gusts coming through. Just not good enough to get any height. Well, I'm walking back down. That was good fun, but it wasn't quite enough to go over the back, although I was tempted at one point, and just as I was thinking about, right, I'm going to go for it, the thermal just petered out, so I could only seem to get 900 and something feet, but bearing in mind 98. Sorry, the hill is 500 feet, so that's probably only 500 feet above the ground, and it just wasn't going up any further. So I'm guessing that the sea air is just put an inversion on it, and you can see there's not much out on the sea. It's very flat, calm, and hardly any waves on the sea. But it was good fun. It's always fun flying in difficult conditions. I do apologise because I'm not doing very well in these videos, so I hope it was helpful in some way, because my philosophy is, if you only fly when it's easy, then you're not going to get, I probably said this before, you're not going to get good at scratchy conditions, and it's just good practice just to go out in scratchy days. And today the air was noticeably bumpy as well, so it was probably because again the thermals are in the sea breeze air, and it's just, they're not wanting to go up, but there's so much heat. There are thermals, but they're being suppressed by the air. So yeah, shame I couldn't get to those clouds. Sorry for rambling on, and hope you're all well and getting some flying in. Isn't this weather amazing? You don't need to be abroad. Just come to the Isle of Wight and England. See you next time. Bye for now, folks.